Good Friday morning, Zomboid family. We are having a little struggle with YouTube here this morning, but I think we got it now. I think we're back in. The plan is to head to Ekron Community College once I get this running. I think it seems fine here. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate the support. Every little bit helps. I think we're good now. I'm getting excellent quality. All right. So, plan is to go to Ekron Community College. I did a lot of work off stream here since the last time I streamed, so you can see I've got the garden popping. I've got the chickens still. I don't think I've lost a single chicken yet, which is awesome. They're providing me tons of eggs. I built a little bit. Let me show you the butter barn real quick. I know I touched this, but I think those other streams are junk and they're not going to be yeah, not going to be saved as a video here. So this is probably going to be the video we end up going with. So here's what I did with the butter. This is going to be my butter barn. You said I built a little butter churn, and I need the Carpentry 3 book because I'm running out of stuff to build. I built a little chair and all the wall frames. The spinning wheel was here, but I can make thread out of wool, and there's actually sheep right across the road of right here. Right there, there's a bunch of sheep. So if I need thread now, I don't really I have a crap load of thread at the moment. But also, one thing I noticed, you can sleep on these. You can sleep on a church pew, so that's cool. So I took that from the church. I've also got windows that can pop in here when we're done. So this is going to be a nice little butter barn. Um, I usually have a door here, so it's completely, it's well, I don't always put a door down here. We'll see what we end up doing. I kind of like the cow because what I'll do is I have if I have a cow that's given a lot of milk, I'll put them in here, and then the cow can literally I can milk the cow inside here, which is actually a kind of a really good tip if you have cattle and you're doing milk. You want to you do want to be able to um, milk them indoors because the rain will taint the milk. So there's a zombie back here. You guys are a little. One thing I like about animals is they'll attract zombies, but they'll also tell you when there's one nearby. Typically, um, I guess that's kind of a two steps back, one step forward. Like, hey, we brought a bunch of zombies into your backyard, but they're here now. Just a shout out. Why am I why am I not getting my? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So I think we're rolling. Let me know. The quality should be better. I switched to a different. I switched some stuff up here, so the quality should be better now. I don't think I need to bring anything else with, guys. What else should I bring with? I got two backup melee weapons, and I got two boxes of ammo. Oh, I need a gas can. I should have. These are all full. I should have an empty gas can, right? I don't know if I have an empty gas can. Which car would it be in if I had? Probably this one. I think I took all my empties out. Well, let's just grab. We'll just grab a full gas can then. That's not a terrible thing to do. Did you grab that? There we go. Okay. So yeah, we're out of electricity. We're out of water. I have to put up a rain barrel as soon as possible. There is still water in some of the sinks and whatnot, but it's going to be running out real quick. So, anything else I should grab before I go? Oh, and it rains again, of course. I have food and water and more ammo and a gun in here. Should I bring a second patrol revolver? I probably don't need to. Or no, I had the M9. Hold on, how's this M9? It's in decent condition. Yeah, let's just roll with what we have. I think we're ready to go. Let me Just pause for a minute here. Make sure we're not doing anything dumb. We're going to Ekron. We're gonna go. Let's here. Let me try to show you the route I want to take real quick. I want to try to get kind of smooth with this. So hold on. At the moment, I am not. So I'm going to switch the scene. I'm going to bring the. Oh, I had closed down that map. But let me bring that back up. I should be doing this over here. Okay, let's bring it over here. B42 map. I think. Are you guys getting that now? Scene two. All right. So I think you guys should be getting this now. So we are in Ekron or Echo Creek. We're in Echo Creek going to Ekron. We are here. What I want to do we biggest question I have is do we try to go buy Guns Unlimited at least to see let's see, Guns Unlimited is right. What is it? Is this it right here? Yeah, Guns Unlimited is right there. Should we go by here just to see what it's like? We need to get up here. So I can either go by Guns Unlimited and just check it out, see what we're in for when we try to go there, or I can go the quiet route, which is more my speed, more what I would normally do. I guess the question is, on a stream, what would you guys like me to do? And but also what makes more sense right now. This is actually a much longer trip to go by. It's kind of out of the way. Tell you what, unless I get a real compelling reason to drive right by Guns Unlimited, I'm going to skip that for now because that's not where I'm trying to go. Where I'm trying to go is the community college to get books. So we can maybe kind of, check out the neighborhood, is what I'm thinking. But I have no real strong, compelling reason to bounce over to Guns Unlimited. So I think that settles it. If you guys want to chime in and say, "Hey, you got to go to," I'm not going to go loot Guns Unlimited right now. I would go drive by it if you guys want me to, just to be like, just to see how many zombies there are basically, and how hard it's. I mean, if there's no zombies there, shit, I'll stop in. But I pretty much guarantee you, there's going to be minimum 200 to 300 zombies in the larger Guns Unlimited complex. So I'm thinking our route is going to be out this way, by there. I don't need to stop anywhere. We'll go out of town, straight out into the country. If we see things like animal trailers, we'll stop. A really good vehicle of some kind, like maybe, what would we need? I have two standard vehicles. I have two emergency vehicles, a pickup and a sports car. I don't have. This is the only sports car I have right now is the sheriff's vehicle. So if I need parts, I don't really have any. Basically, I guess a sports car maybe, or another van would be a good thing to grab. Oh, excuse me. I also cleared out this area. So actually, check this out. We should be able to drive out this way now. This is like my emergency exit. Works great on multiplayer because a lot of people don't recognize this as a road, and it's not, but it's pretty solid. It's actually a little like walking path basically right here. Pretty much straight through along the trees. You could make it a road, but it's a real nice way to get right out here. to an actual road. So there we are. That's a nice little shortcut around the bridge. We do still have to take this bridge, so there's two bridges right basically next to my property. This is one of them up here. And these can be pinch points if you get a shitload of zombies. Oops. There's my Midwest driving right there. It's okay. I'm a mechanic. So we're gonna go straight out here. There's usually a bunch of zombies out here, but I didn't really see hardly any here on this playthrough. It's probably related. Oh, I kind of forgot about those. I don't know if those had keys, but yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. I was just debating going to check those out, but I kind of want to keep driving this one for now. Okay, so we're discovering new territories. We're heading out west. Again, yeah, keeping our eyes peeled for animal trailers, good vehicles. Real. At this point, I have my basic setup. You've seen the vehicles I have there. That's kind of how I like to start out. You know, get one of each kind of vehicle type. That way, when I do my mechanics work, I can have parts. I don't know what that was. I think that was just a shadow. Um, I can store parts. You know what? Let's do just a little. Since we're here, and I want to. I did push a bunch of zombies out. Not this far, but I just want to take a. You know what? Let's just take a little peek. We're right here. Let's take a little peek. So Guns Unlimited is literally right here. I just want to see. Yeah. I might even go back the other way and just connect our vision there. There's a couple good. Oh, wow. Hold on. Well, okay. So there's going to be some there. Yeah. That's really not bad, though. Really not bad. There could easily be another 100 or 200 there on the west side, but to be able to drive right up to it like that alone is pretty good. There could be a ton inside and out on the west side, but that's encouraging. The zombie population is still increasing. I changed that setting from 30 days to 60 days. So it's more of a slow burn where, well, it's more intense that way in my opinion. It's not high population right now, or it's not very high yet, but it will be very high soon. I guess it gives you a little more time in the early game, but it also makes that 60-day mark a little more intense. Oh, shoot. Well, you know what? That's totally clear. Wow. I just kind of want to look through there. I know I had pushed a bunch of zombies out here. They must have migrated around, or they might still be in a big group down in the field out there somewhere. Either way, we're moving on. That doesn't look bad at all. You know, I'm still learning the migration and the grouping settings I have. I think the way I have it set is they move pretty frequently. They move quite a bit, and they'll move in a little bit just slightly larger groups. I think I bumped it from 24 to 25. So, like, a very minor difference, but still, the groups are a little bit larger. They are a little more spread out, I think is what I did. So you'll run into you'll be more likely to run into like a group of 25 basically, as opposed to just seeing, you know, a few zombies everywhere. But when we go to town, you'll see I have a feeling there's going to be plenty of them at this community college. I did not bring welding equipment with, or a pickaxe, which that's my bad. I should have brought at least a pickaxe. On a trip like this, normally I like to have at least a pickaxe, maybe welding equipment, maybe a fire axe, something like that. I did bring extra melee weapons, but yeah, we're gonna leave him be. Really, to be honest, I really just kind of want to get to the community college, get the books. I don't want to make a big scene about it if we can help it. I don't want to destroy all of Ekron right now because I do not have the ammo with me for sure to do that, and I don't have a way into their gun shop. See, we've got quite a few here. Why are they all here? Damn, man. They like this farm, apparently. Where are we? That's just... Oh, that's the... I know what that is. There is like some kind of a summer camp cabin, something like that, right up there. Let me stop and eat, since this should be relatively safe right here. He's still freaking out a little bit, but that's the way that goes. Eat an egg. Chamomile will de-stress him a little bit, so let's do that right now. I like to try to grow things, and I like to eat little things like this. The chamomile will take a little bit of the stress away. I also have just one lemongrass on me, just in case. Let's make sure all these eggs got cooked, speaking of which. Oh, and then I had this wild garlic, too, I guess. Which I don't think really does much for you, but... Okay, those are all cooked. You saw it. You saw it here first. I cooked those eggs. They will kill you. Uncooked eggs will kill you, so... Never a bad idea to make sure they're cooked. When you've got 15 of them that could kill you like 5 times over. Okay, so we're actually coming into Ekron already. That's a nice little black dart. Let me double check my map situation. So, we are just pulling in at... Where are we? Kind of the outskirts of town still, I guess. Yeah, we're like just... Oh, no, AMZ Steel is what that is, I see. So, yeah, we made it pretty far already. So we're going to roll in. Wait, is this the right road, though? Yeah, I see where we are. So we're just coming in by... I think I know where we are. I'm not the greatest at reading... Oh, animal trailer. 2 of them. You know what? Let's draw them out now a little bit. I don't want to fight all these guys right now, but I do sort of want to check those trailers. So let's just try to at least pull some of them out of there, and we'll come back. Oh, there's a bunch out there too. Shit. All right, so if we want to do that, we'll have to have a big fight out in the field first. But I don't want that to mess with our main mission here. Dang it. Main mission is the community college. You know, I should almost volunteer to help on the B-42 map, because that's one thing I'm almost positive you could prove that this is a community college, not a community center. And that is a big, big difference. So, where in the hell am I? I must be on this road. Is the community center... hold on here. I feel like I'm a little bit lost right now because this map is not good, but we must be. Oh no, I see. I see. So there'll be a lake on our right. I see. I was just a little bit ahead of where we are. There'll be a lake or a pond on the right coming up here. And then we're pretty much in Ekron and right at the community center. There'll be a pond and then another two, kind of a twin pond thing. Here's an animal trailer here. And here's an, oh, damn it. I was looking at the animal trailer and not the trees. I do kind of prefer these bigger ones. Oops, damn it. That is tight. I kind of want to check this trailer. At a minimum. Isn't there one zombie there? Let me walk out here for a second. At a minimum. To see, see if there's an animal in there. We don't need that. We don't need any of that. We got rabbits. I mean, might as well release them, right? May as well release these guys. There's a zombie coming. Get them all out of there before the zombie gets me. Can we release all the rabbits before the zombie eats my face? We got it. We got it. All animals are freed from that trailer. Got this guy here. This trailer's probably not in good shape since we can get a better one. So if it's not in like 80% condition, I don't want it. But at least we got the animals out of there. Now, if that had been a Holstein bull inside there, they got to do this to me, don't they? You know what? I feel like this is a setup. I feel like, or something. I feel like there's a Holstein bull in there. I want to move it. I want to move it. Just real quick. This shouldn't take too long. Never mind. If I could get in my vehicle, maybe. Oh Lord Almighty. Am I getting the glitch where I can't get in my damn vehicle? Guys. I can't get in my vehicle. It's not giving me. Hold on. Ah. There we go. Okay. Sometimes it's just like a menu glitch that does that. I've had things like that happen before where I've had to take the window off. And then once you take the window off, you can... See, how are we going to do this? I need to detach it. This is always a pain in the ass. Let's see here. Wonder if we... But yeah, so you get little glitches like that. Sometimes if you like take off the window and then get in the door, or different variations of that sort of thing. and sometimes fix those little glitches with the vehicles. They can be pretty glitchy. You can move them around pretty well like this. Just want to be careful. You don't want to do too much damage, but it goes a little slow, but I should be able to kind of move these wrecked vehicles out of the way like this without doing damage to my own vehicle. Problem is, as you saw there, yeah, do you see what's happening now, though? These get a little glitchy, and now the trailer is like kind of bugging a little bit there, so I need to break this. See how, but if you break them away, if you can get these away from each other, I should be able to pull this trailer out of here. And also, I'm sort of clearing one side of the road here at the same time, I guess. Let's try to hit it right over here. And I think we might be able to get this trailer away now. You can see the trailer's still moving as I move this pickup. Oops. That was a little too hard there. Let me keep trying to move them over. Kind of ram them a little bit. Okay, it's starting to get dark. And I don't want to be messing around with this in the dark, so. Okay. I'm not getting. There. Sometimes you gotta bump the trailer too. I don't want to do. See how weird it is. It's now moving forward on me, just on its own. Let's just try it here. Yeah, that should work. I'm just gonna hook it up to try to break loose that glitch and then check the animals. Still can't check the animals. I can't open the door, so let's just pull it out a little ways. Shit, and I also can't really move it. Dang it. It's probably because the tires, often the tires will be not have any air in them, so you're not really able to move them. Oh, there it was moving. Let me try this. Oh, it's moving. Sometimes if you can get it on... Yeah, it is not moving well. But if you can get it onto the road... Let me try it again. I'm just trying to get the door open. There we go, there we go. And it has two... Let's check these guys. That's a large black boar. It's sickly. Aww. We gotta let them out. We gotta let them out or they're gonna die. This is a large black sow, also sickly. So you can see they're starting to get sick because they're trapped in these trailers. So if you want these animals to live, you gotta let them out. I don't want the trailer. I don't want either one of these trailers. I just wanted the animals to not die in there. Of course, now the bad thing is I'm probably just gonna hit them with my car. But there's also rabbits that I can pet. But I need my books. I need my animal care books too. You can see I'm still just level 1 animal care, so. I need all the animal care I can get. Wait, where's my actual vehicle? It's back here. I was about to run to Ekron and say, where's my car? Wait, where is my car? There it is. That's right. I walked right by and was like, I don't want that. don't want that trailer, so we just need to disconnect this now. And drive to the community college. So I was hoping to find, so I like to check those for two reasons. I'm looking for good bulls. I don't want the good bulls to die for sure, and I'd like to take one home with me. Especially like a Holstein bull or a brown bull is what I mean. I don't mean that the Angus bulls aren't good ones. I would accept one of those as well. I'll probably end up with one eventually, but first ones I look for are Holstein bulls or brown bulls, which are the white or the brown ones. The brown ones are called Simmental is the name of the breed. Let's check this body. I'm pretty sure I didn't kill that zombie, did I? I don't think I've been. Yeah, I haven't even been up here yet. Okay, so the community college should be right up here on the right. Let's just come in slowly. We have plenty of propane. Here's a couple nice little sheds here. And so let me just double check here. I think we're like a block away, aren't we? Yeah, we're real close. You know what we're going to do? Because we're like a block away. This actually looks like a great little staging area. This is kind of how I typically roll. And there's not many zombies here, so let's do this for now. I'm going to kind of pull around right here. There's bound to be a shitload of zombies about a block away. So, I'm going to park here for the moment. But what we're actually doing is we're going to clear this property. And this is going to be like my community college assault staging area. And we're going to... And this is also a good property to loot right here. So we'll roll that way. Probably going to get some hiccups here and some lag because there's a lot of zombies in Ekron still. In fact, this should be approaching very high population settings, which is 1.6x. We're going to just chill with the nightstick here for a little bit. We'll take this guy down. I don't like to mess with the crawlers. The crawlers can really mess you up, honestly. But I like to kill these walkers first. And then deal with the crawlers. I might switch to long blunt here in a second, because that will be more effective, but partly I wouldn't mind getting them out here. Ooh, he's kind of, I don't know why he's, I guess I'm a little, I don't know why he's over encumbered. He feels a little clumsy right now. It's a nice little area with multiple fences. So one thing these corners are real nice for are these sort of little dipsy doodles. So if I do it right, I can split one off. He feels clumsy right now, so I don't want to push him too far until I think he's carrying a lot of water. What is his deal? His footwork is feeling chunky. I think it's because he's over encumbered and maybe probably alarmed. He's really alarmed right now for some reason. I want to get away from those crawlers. Crawlers will mess up your day real quick, partly because he's not super effective right now. See right there how once there's two crawlers back to back like that, there can be that delay. All right, I gotta get this guy figured out. What's his deal, man? I think he's tired. I gotta take some weight off. Let's get this empty canteen out of here. What am I? So he's carrying a crowbar. Tell you what, let's go with long blunt. Long blunt's gonna make quicker work of these guys. All right, there we go. Sometimes it's like, all right, I've had enough of that. Enough of that. Nothing in the backpack. You know what? A spare backpack is good on looting trips like this. Okay, he needs to rest. Still over encumbered. Let's throw the nightstick in here. What am I carrying? It's not really carrying anything. Oh, he's drinking water though. Drinking that water, that'll get some weight off of him. All right, switch to that canteen. Okay, he should be rested. He's a little wet. Let's get him. Let's get over to my vehicle. And he's just a little wet from that. I'm wearing a poncho, so that should have drawn quite a few of them from the property. Let's make sure to kill these guys over here. I hear one on a window there. He still feels real clumsy because he's over encumbered. At least kill him. I want to kill him off of the property as much as I can. I don't know what else to do but eat more of those eggs to take some weight off of them. All right. Let's run up here away from the bodies. One thing I guess I could do, didn't I have, let's take these rounds, put them in there. Let's put the backpack in there. All right, so we're not, and then let's eat one more egg. So we're not over encumbered anymore. That should help. These guys are gonna get the crowbar, which I've had real good luck finding crowbars. So, and it is one of the best long blunt weapons. It really is. The durability, along with the decent damage, is just you can get better. Once I can make a pretty sure I could make a metal baseball bat with bolts right now if I was at home. I have all the stuff there. Okay, before I move this, I want to check. I heard one of them on the window. And as always, oh, see how it misses right there? Like, come on. I can't open it. I don't want them to break these windows and doors, so let's let them out. Let's try to draw them out this way through that window. Let's use this fence. Still, yeah, I don't know don't know why his movement feels. I think it's because I'm wearing a lot of clothing right now. His his movement is kind of suspect at the moment. Once I can take the poncho off, and I think I switched his boots. Is one thing I did recently. All right, let's get him away from those bodies, and I don't want to kill him all in the front yard. So let's try to kill him here. I'm gonna sit him for a second. Pretty dangerous to do this when you've got zombies around, but all right, we should be almost cleared after this group. Let's get into the house and make sure they're not breaking down these windows. I think I still hear one. This is a nice house. I still hear one somewhere. Might be out here. Oh, hold on. I think I got some background noise for you. Sorry about that sorry about the background noise there. Yeah, I hear one on a window though. Is that next door maybe? That's probably next door. Let's leave these open for now, since we've still got a bunch of zombies over here. Oh, here's one here. Let me try to open this window. There, I got him. It can be real, for me, that's real glitchy. Fighting the zombies on the, coming out the windows or over the fence. I don't typically like to get too close to them. Okay, sorry about, let me shut down your background noise real quick. Sorry about that. That's my 6 a.m. We'll call it my 6 a.m. community radio. Not, I will just say this, not my favorite radio station, but a radio station I keep tuned in for a reason. Um, okay, so I hear a bunch of them over there. Mostly, I don't want them tearing up this property. There's a basement there too. Dang. So, ooh, there's a nice couch too. But you know what? There's couches right down the road from my house. I'm gonna grab a couch over there. So, I think that noise is. They don't really seem to be on me until I go over there and stare at them for a few minutes. This property is actually pretty secure. Okay, so you know what? With the exception of this fence line. So let's just pop over here. Oh, good, good. Hold on. Let me rest him and take off this poncho now, and hopefully his movement will feel a little better. I don't think the poncho is super restrictive on its own, but it's also eat an egg. I mean, he's not over encumbered, so he is carrying ammo. I could drop the nightstick. Um, so let's roll like this for a minute. I maybe He's kind of getting to the point where the clothing he's wearing is kind of slowing him down a little bit, making him uncomfortable and everything. So I don't want to. Soon, once I get some better clothing and whatnot, get the clothing washed and all that, I'll readdress some of that. Of course, winter is also coming, so it's kind of a balance. As his carry weight increases, you can wear a little heavier clothing. So it's kind of a balance you look for between like movement, protection, warmth. We're still on August 3rd, so he's wearing fairly light clothing. But I do have the hard hat, and I think he's wearing work boots right now. Because I like that combination of the head protection and the foot protection. You need to shut your mouth. See how it's like I missed him right there on the fence? I'm going to get some of these guys, because that's way too close to that building. Not that I need that building cleared per se, but I was hoping to clear this property, this corner property. And, you know, with the theory that I might be able to kind of sleep a night in there if I need to. So, yeah, we're just going to mess these guys up with the crowbars for now. It's going quite well, actually. Man, just wait till I hit like level 7, level 8 long one. It goes, you can get through, even without multi-hit, you can get through a lot of zombies in a short time with a good weapon skill. He's pretty tired, but I got him. Got him. Now he can rest. Bad smell isn't usually a problem. It's when you go to the next stages beyond this. I think if I were to move closer to the bodies, it would say, like, I forget what it says specifically, but bad smell is the lowest of the. You can deal with a bad smell for a while. I don't know how long. And I don't want to test it too much, but this will be fine. I'm just trying to get him rested and get back to the truck. Oh shit. That was a little dumb. Yeah, I'm just gonna get back to the truck. Kind of looking, seeing if I can find any duffel bags or big hiking backpacks or anything like that. Not seeing anything real special on the bodies, so let's just get this parked more, because this is also going to draw some in right here. And it's already 10:30 p.m. It's about to get real dark, so I may want to consider kind of holing up in. I guess right here is about as good as you get. I may consider just kind of holing up in here for the evening and let's make sure this. Ammo. Let's just take out these last few right here. So I can tell more how clear we are. This one. That first shot is always tricky. It's like, are you standing or are you not standing? And it's almost to the point you wonder if some of that must be intentional. that they intend there, that they want there to be a little, you know, like, hey, if you swing at them right now, you're probably gonna miss. Oh man, let's. Oh shit, shit, shit. That was close. I didn't really. Okay, this is. Tell you what. Let's. I don't want to holler, but I want to draw this one's attention off the door. Oh damn, guys. Damn. All right. I'm gonna just run these guys through here and just trying to lead them off this direction. They're gonna trash that house, but I want to keep them away from the house that I wanted to use. So I'll just fight them this direction. Try to hold them off right here if I can for a bit. Oh, oh. Oh, there goes my crowbar, so shit. Oh, I did keep the nightstick, so I do still have this nightstick. I did kind of want to use these weapons till they broke. They'd already been repaired. Or the crowbar you can't repair. I believe this nightstick I've repaired a couple times. And I can't really repair it anymore, so I kind of want to just use it till it breaks now and level up my short one. There's a nice van right there I might want to look at. Let's get these guys down this way. There's a zombie in a bikini. If you're into that kind of thing. She died very easily. There's my crowbar. This nightstick is probably going to break soon too. I just hit that one in the foot. Alright, alright, alright. I think we're about okay. I know there's still going to be a fair amount back here, but I really like to kind of finish some of these guys off here. Yeah, now they're coming from the other side, so tell you what, we're just going to knock him down. A crawler or two is sometimes a good thing to have. The crawlers are more limited in that they can't get into the door. Um, well, I guess they could probably break down the door eventually. They can't get over fences. Again, they could probably, if you had enough, but they're just slower. They can't jump fences, things like that. So, shit. Speaking of crawlers, I think I can take out these two. It's getting hard to see. So, you know what, I'm going to try to just lose most of these guys so I can get back to my truck. Because I know this nightstick doesn't have much left on it. So let's just see if we can get back over here. Let's turn on my pen light. That's going to help. All right. And double check. Let's double check the nightstick here. So they know this is about to break. Well, we're all right. It's been repaired twice. Let's kind of make a little stand right here. I'm sure one or two of those guys are still coming. Okay, let's have him sit right here. There's one right there, two right there. I just need a little bit of rest. He's pretty good. I think we're good. Ah, and then it. Ay, ay, ay. Still here. This one. I don't hear anymore. Oh, there's one. Okay, hear one over here. Let's double check this property again. I don't want to go clear over there, but if we can at least get into the house and clear the perimeter here, I think we're good. Yeah, there could be one inside. I hear one. I just don't know where it is. Oh, that's got to move. I don't know why that would be like that. All right, let's I just want to find a good room on the first floor. All right, here we go. We're gonna chill in the laundry room for a little bit here. Hopefully, let me just double check. Yes, I got excellent quality now. All right, we're doing good. Um, we're doing real good. I do want him to rest and then just let him relax a minute. Maybe I will. I don't have any matches or a lighter on me. How did that happen? Okay, whatever. I was gonna maybe have a cigarette, but he doesn't have matches or a lighter on him. So let's eat an egg. I hear one out there jumping over a fence. I do need to refill my water. There wasn't a sink in here, was there? No. Just trying to listen to make sure they're not on me. Tell you what, I might take a little rip and pack a bowl while we wait here. I think I'm gonna take a short break here at the hour mark. I do still hear him wrestling around. There was a couple I had been hearing back here that I couldn't really locate them. So I know there was a bunch on the fence there, but I want to say there's one or two like in my backyard still that I couldn't quite track down yet. Um, but we're real close to the community college. This is actually a really cool property. If you ever wanted to live like in Ekron, um, and have a nice, almost like a little, well, it's got a pool. It's not, I wouldn't call it a farm place, but it's got a guest house and a garage and a pool. It's a nice property. A little bit of basic fencing around it, but nothing real great there. But it's also got an upstairs and a basement this time. It looks like, yeah, I don't think this is. Usually the basements are random on each playthrough, as far as I understand it. Each time you load in the world, the basements are going to kind of be dropped onto random houses. It could be, you could look at the same house on 10 different playthroughs, and I don't know what the rate is, but you know. Now, one thing I keep the house I live in, the house I'm building my main base at, I've never seen that one with a basement. I always hope I'm going to show up there and they'll surprise me with a basement, but I have yet to see a basement on that house, which is always a little disappointing but it's a nice house anyway. It's actually about I chose that house because it's basically like the perfect size for what I need, and it's not too big. Like I've definitely been in houses that felt way too big for one player, and I was like, dude, this really, if you're on a multiplayer server, you should really leave this house for either like a faction or two people playing together, or you should try to find someone to come here and live with you or something. If you're gonna take this house, you need to go find someone to kind of come and at a minimum help manage the property because it's like, geez, sometimes you get properties bigger than this and they're actually kind of difficult to manage. You get a guest house, a garage, and you want to like build a fence around this whole thing. It's like, wow, that's actually a lot of work. Just oh, there's a zombie out here, I think. Even just on a property like this, it can be a lot of work. So, anyway, hold on. I hope I showing up. Hold on, if I pretty sure you guys are getting game audio. I sure hope you are. But let me check my. Oh, gosh, I hope I was getting the audio through that whole time. For some reason, the game settings changed on me, and it switched it, and it didn't look like it was picking up. It said OBS was picking it up though, so I'm hoping that's fine. It should be fine. Boy, the stream is real delayed on YouTube right now, though, I'm noticing. Why would that be? I do not know. Either way, we're going to continue as if everything is great. I might take a little break just to. I'm a little nervous with these zombies right outside the house, but I kind of want to take a little 5-minute break here. Just making sure my settings are right here. I keep hearing them, and I think there's one up here, and I think there's a couple down here still, so I'm a little nervous. I did leave some windows open, but there's no windows in this room. And in theory, god damn, they shouldn't hear my guy unless he coughs. He did just cough recently. I know this is a risk. I should really log off when I do this, but I'm not gonna, because I'm crazy. And this is probably someday gonna end this run when I do this kind of shit. But hey, you know what? At least it's some entertainment for you guys when I'm on break, and I don't have to stop and reset the whole uh, and jump back into the game. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Dude is still alive. I'm not sure why the YouTube stream is so far behind here. Let's end break early, actually. Um, anyway, yeah, that's fine. That's quite a bit of a delay. Either way, it seems to be running excellent quality, so we're fine. If there's a little bit of a delay on the actual stream, that's totally fine. Looks like it's not more than about maybe 10 minutes, but still a little bit of a delay from actual live real life, but that's fine. So my guy needs water. Let's do it this way. Let's go grab some water. It's 2:30 a.m. I can't have him sleep on the floor. Um, is there a spot I could safely sleep? You can't sleep on toilets anymore, can you? Hmm. You know, I'm a little worried. There's probably one in the basement. Oh, one of them heard me. I don't have to sleep. I was just gonna try to pass a little bit of time. One of these guys heard me, I think. Or is that in here? Is that the basement door? No, it's the front door. I don't want him to break that down, but I want to fight him out here. Oop, dang it. Gotta watch those bushes. I tell you, shit like that can get you killed right there. Hang on, let's kill these guys. Trying to sleep. Trying to sleep, you damn zombie. I need water and sleep right now. Well, he doesn't really need sleep, but I like to kind of sort of pretend he does. Like, yeah, you should probably sleep once in a while. It's a good way to pass time too if you're like, hey, I just wanted to be let out. And you often, well, you can actually wake him up. I still hear one, but what I needed was water. So let's just get some water real quick. Let's fill them all. God dang, there's no way the stream is that delayed. Whatever. Give me a give me a shout out in chat if you can see where I am right now. Well, I guess that whatever. I'm not sure that we have live chat. I might have to reset and try to get it caught up here. Um, and I wasn't going to do a real long stream anyway. So tell you what, we'll do maybe another hour on this, and then I'll let it stop and kind of maybe get caught up or whatever it's doing over on YouTube right now. I still hear one back there. He's got water. Let me do it this way. I kind of like the way I have it set up now. I would love to have another Western canteen to give me another option, but tell you what, let's look upstairs since I'm not gonna get him to sleep really. Staircases always freak me out. I never know which way to turn. All right. So I don't think there are any up here. But I could be wrong. Oh, there's one right there. I'm pretty sure that was it up here. Let's just look for anything extra OP that we might find. Up here, nothing really. And just the bathroom. Alright. So nothing real special up here. Before we, yeah, There's another one outside. I want to look in that basement at least before we head out. I don't know for sure that we'll come back here, but we might. Kind of depending on what we find. Yeah. Kind of light on the loot in a lot of these houses. Okay. Let's close that door. See an anvil. Let's make sure there's no zombies first. I might have just heard one upstairs, but four performance suspension. That's actually a good thing to have, but most of that's not all that great. Mechanics 3, one of the books I need, right there. In fact, you know what? I've been needing this book so long. I'm just gonna read it right now. Pretty sure I have the small punch and chisel set, but don't those have condition too? Yeah, so let's take that. Let's take the small punch and chisel, the nuts and bolts. I think I also need a large hook. I do want to build a butcher hook somewhere. So let's grab that. Nuts and bolts. Oh, I always grab those because I can do really good metal baseball bat weapons with those. All right, that's probably, yeah, that's about all I'm really seeing down here. Most of these are just regular parts. I could grab these. How much weight is this? It's only 12. So let's grab the performance suspension too. Any of these performance parts, and since there's four of them, that's a whole brand new, perfect, the best you can get performance um, suspension kit, basically. So there you go. That is a real problem right there. I don't really want to go back in that basement. Oh, we didn't even loot this, so let's throw this stuff in here. Read that book. Yeah, that performance suspension is great to have for a mechanic. Highly recommend just what I do as a mechanic is I typically only install performance parts. They're the way the game is set up, it's basically you have three types. You have old, regular, and performance. Performance is pretty much just always better in every way. You could make some arguments that sometimes you don't want a certain kind of performance part on a certain vehicle, sure, but in general, in terms of quality, did I need more hinges or knobs? I can't remember now. I always want planks. Wooden rods are also useful. You can make fishing rods with the wooden rod. And since, yeah, I don't have that many good, oh, and a small hacksaw. I needed one of those. So that's pretty good. That's a lot of little stuff. I kind of like to just kind of go to some of these garages and sheds a lot, especially early game. That way you're getting the stuff you need, but I'm not touching I'm not even touching the stores in town yet. And I already have, I have car parts, I have nuts and bolts to make metal baseball bat weapons. I have a book I really needed. You know, you can get really good stuff just hitting houses and garages and sheds and things like that. And I find it's a little more, I still hear one out here. It's a little more of you're getting a little more of a diverse loot set as opposed to, is that a police officer? As opposed to just going to a gun shop or just going to the hardware store. Come on. So, especially in certain situations like early game, I might do more just looting houses. For now, I want to sit. He's getting awful odor here, which is worse than bad smell. So let's go inside the house. And we should be, well, let's just go in here. We should be relatively safe to just sit on the floor and read this book. Because mechanics is the kind of thing you sometimes just need to do on the fly. Like I might need to check the battery or change the battery or whatever, or repair the hood. So I just want to be at that point where, and this book was preventing me from doing that. I finally found Mechanics 3. Oh, and I don't have reading glasses on me. I could probably sit in a comfy chair to maybe improve this a little bit, right? But it goes pretty quickly. We'll read. I'll go through his inventory a bit. Not that, although I already pretty much dropped everything I needed. Let's make sure this thing isn't jammed or. All right, let's make sure we don't have any holes in our clothing because we are actually now. Yeah, I said what I said. We have enough time to at least go start at the community college. I don't know that we'll fully loot the community college and be done with it. Uh, I am slightly concerned that the YouTube stream is still so far behind, but it says excellent quality and it seems to be running, so we're gonna let it go. We're gonna just let it run. Kind of looks to me, normally it looks like it's less than 5 minutes behind, like more like 2 minutes. Right. Right now it looks like there's maybe a 10-minute delay on the YouTube stream, but I'm not sure if I'm not even sure if that's up to date, so it's all good. We'll go for a little while longer here. We'll get this book read, we'll get up to the community college, we'll get the other books we need. This was one of the two most important ones I needed were Carpentry 3, and then Mechanics 3, and then also Carpentry 4 and 5. I have Mechanics 4 and 5 already. So there are a bunch I made a list, so it'll be really easy. But there's literally like I want to say it was almost 30 books that I was looking for. So we're trying to just knock that over the head. It's a really good thing to do early game is just get the books you need because you're gonna waste so much more time grinding all of these skills than you would if you just had all the right books from the beginning. And then also, if you die, you've got the books right there at home. You can start over real fresh. Mostly, I'm not trying to get all the level 1 and 2 books necessarily right now because I have some of them. I have a lot of the more important ones. They're easier to find. Mostly, I'm coming here for the higher level books, the threes, fours, and fives. But there are a couple level 2s I don't have. Aiming, animal care, blacksmithing, masonry, reloading, tracking. I don't have any of those level 2 books even, so pretty sure I was solid on level 1 books for the most part. At least either I've progressed beyond that already or I already had the level 1 book, and those are typically the level 1s are fairly easy to find. So biggest thing here is do a good diverse loot run where another thing is a mortar and pestle. I just remembered. Let me actually write that down before I forget because I almost left this house without checking the kitchen. That's one thing I love about looting a property like this is it's going to have a kitchen. It will have a shed. It'll have a garage. It even has a guest house. I could run out to the kitchen in the guest house. If I can't find a mortar and pestle in here, I'll run out to that guest house and I was going to say I bet you I'll find one, but they're pretty hard to find, the mortar and pestle. We'll see. It's actually not likely that I'm going to find one here, but all right. So he's done reading. I've got it set. I think that's a pretty good setting where in theory, you guys can sit through me reading one book once in a while. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to do the real extra grindy stuff, and I don't do a lot of grinding, to be honest with you. I try to do it as natural as I can because I don't like the idea of like, oh, I'm gonna whatever. I'm gonna spend a whole day disassembling beds just to grind my carpentry or whatever. I don't. That's not so bad, but I don't like the extra grindy stuff. That's kind of like it's almost like you're cheating the game a little bit. So really, what I want is some food and a mortar and pestle is all I'm looking for in here. I have knives. Um, I guess I wouldn't be opposed to a few other things like, yeah, let's keep that whole thing open. 'Cause I don't mind him getting in here. I don't want him to break the doors. This, I don't really want him getting in here now that I think about it. So let's close the windows. Now that we've cleared it pretty well, at least this property, I want to close these windows because I'd love to be able to get in here again. Let's grab another hairspray for the aerosol bombs because I'm realizing now what was it again? It was hairspray and insect repellent actually. Strangely enough, one of the few things I've ever said like why is insect repellents even in the game? Now I realize it's an aerosol container, and so you can make aerosol bombs with it. Should we grab this empty bucket? I'm thinking we should. Dang it, I don't see a mortar and pestle. Yeah, they're pretty tough to find. I will find. I need one eventually. I'll find one eventually. One thing I could do. Tell you what, I don't like this curtain. I'm gonna at least, just in case, 'cause this is the type of house I would probably use again if I come back to Ekron, and I will come back to Ekron. The ultimate goal would be to clear this whole map, honestly. I'm gonna just close a few of these first level curtains. That way in the future, if I decide to like run in here, I can at least have a little bit of security here. That's good enough. I'll keep that one open so I can, well, whatever. Let's close them all. There's doors too. We'll just close all the curtains. Close that. Whatever, upstairs is fine. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. We got hairspray. I think we got tons of room here still. Yeah, tons of room. Almost, almost 100. Let's eat one more egg since they're fresh still. And I guess, you know what? I think we're walking. I think we're just walking over to the community college, at least initially. The thing is, we're like a block away. So what I'm going to do is walk over here. Let's get out of this odor. I'm going to walk over here and scope it out. Double check my inventory here. You know what? I don't need this can opener anymore. How heavy is that? It's actually pretty heavy. Now that I have a handy knife and a multi-tool, I'm going to drop. I usually drop this can opener at that point. Let's do that. I dropped my screwdriver already, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Those are two things I carry early game is a screwdriver and a can opener. They are a little bit heavy actually for what they are, and since I have the handy knife and multi-tool, it's one way I can get this weight down just a tiny bit more and keep him from being over encumbered on little trips like that. I do want to keep looking for maps too, because I would love to fill out this map a little more since I have no map information on here. One thing I wanted to set it at, because that's kind of how I am in real life too. Like I don't like I kind of remember where things are. Like sure, I remember Louisville's over here. Kind of roughly remember where things are, but I don't actually have a detailed map in my brain. I don't have a memory like that. So I kind of wanted it like this, where yeah, sometimes you might need a map, an actual physical map. So we've got some nice vehicles here. Ooh, guys. So what do I want to do? I want to lead them away. This is the, yeah, that's the community college right there. Is that a house or what is this? Let me just try to peek at the map a little bit here. I might even want to do that with you guys for a second. But let's take a look. Oh, is the YouTube? You know what? I think, or hold on. No, I'm looking at the wrong feed. Yeah, YouTube is still way behind. It's fine. It's fine. If you're dropping a comment in, it might be way behind or like 10 minutes behind my actual play here, but it's fine. I don't know what this building is off the top of my head, but in a sense, that's sort of a good staging area, and I would want to lead them probably away from. You know what I might want to do is tow. I might want to plan on towing one vehicle or trailer back. That's kind of what I was going for. So if we do see a good, I would say either a box van or a sports car or something. I already have a sheriff's pickup, or I mean a fire department pickup. Oh, I also need a matchbook and a lighter. Apparently, I used the ones I had on me. So, should we just break out the M9 right away and start leading them? There's a nice natural border right there. Let me get up this way. Try to not have too many of them follow me. We probably will experience a little bit of lag here. Yeah, there's a lot of them here. Shit. I gotta run through some of this. Okay, I'm kind of scoping this out too a little bit. So there's fencing there. I'm not really trying to attract a lot of them yet. Trying to kind of figure out what the strategy is here, actually. Let's see if we can get a door or two open to start getting them. Yeah, there we go. So that's a good place to start. Let's try to get some of these doors open. Let's try to still stay pretty quiet. Let's see if we can hop over. I kind of like the concept of getting these doors open early so we can get in. But there are a ton of them around here, so I want to be real careful. I like to preserve some of these gates and doors because they can be used later by me. All right, he's a little tired already. All right, we're looking pretty good. It looked like the majority of them were down on the east side of the building. So let's rest him up. It's 60 degrees. Why is he hot? He's wearing a short sleeve t-shirt. I guess he's running around a little too much right now. Okay. Let's try to let some of these guys out maybe too. Kind of like that small backpack, just for the moment at least. All right, I hear another one on the window. I don't see him. No, it's not that one. Let's just open a couple windows, try to get him outside. I don't think that was gonna open. And maybe we could even. Does this say Ekron? It does say Ekron Community College. Let me. Here, this is actually a good screenshot right here. Yeah, so on the B42 map, that's one recommendation I want to make to anyone who I noticed you can volunteer there, and I may even just do that. So this is Ekron Community College. It's not a community center, and I'd like to make that change on the B42 map. This is Ekron Community College. That's important. That's an important distinction. Just by the name of it, you can say, "Oh, community college." Here, let's do a little whisper here. Try to get him out here. I just rather fight him outdoors most of the time, especially in a place like this where you could have hundreds in there. I'd rather just. Oh, that was a little close. I'd rather just start to get them out now and even try to preserve some of these doors and windows. It's weird how like one side is always locked. Let's get his attention up around a little bit. Oh, and then we're gonna do a little dipsy doodle. I'm not taunting you. We're getting you where we want you to be. I have learned that when I taunt zombies, it is almost always a bad idea. Oh my god. That lag just. That lag is affecting my spirit to fight. Still hear one on a window. I want to get those doors open. Trying to kind of get them out of the yard, get them out of the building first a little bit. Just go in easy. We'll break out the M9 in a little bit, but I don't want to. If the thing is, if you start firing a gun around a building like this, they're all going to just break out all at the same time, which is fine. But when you're by yourself, not necessarily what you want to do. Especially if you're trying to see now, I can still use some of these doors. Some of the windows are open, but they're at least preserved. They're not broken, so in theory, I could, whatever. It's a whole thing. So let's take these guys off this door, and then God, this is the front where I started, wasn't it? Yeah. So we're actually in real good shape now. I think I led the biggest group out to the west, and we're still going to have to be real careful here, but okay, I can't get in there. There's two right here. Come on. All right. Is there another one in here? All right. Let's just leave that open for now. I know they can get in, but at this point, there's probably still more inside the building than there are who are going to try to get into it. You know what I mean? Although I know there's a big group out to the west, but if we play this right, we may not even. Here's how I'm going to kind of do this playthrough is if I don't need to use guns, I won't. I'm going to try things with melee first. God dang it. Getting way too much of that lag in the middle of melee fighting shit here. As you clear out the zombies, that's part of the reason I guess that's part of the reason I do it this way is just there's so many zombies in the area, it's causing a little bit of lag with the fog and all the zombies and yada yada yada. So I think we're pretty good around here. I mean, there's a few There's a few stragglers out there. I'm not too worried about that. I don't really want them to hear me and come in after me, but it's not a real big deal if they do. Let's tell you what, this is mostly secure on this side. All right. So I do still hear one on a door. Let's get him some rest, get a little snack in. Got a, oh, here's a backpack with something in it. Let's just drink this. And then I'm going to read nature facts to calm him down a little bit, hopefully. It didn't do much. We'll just throw this on the ground. Yeah, move to floor. We'll take the backpack in here. Okay, he's rested. Didn't really calm him down at all, but okay. So idea now, I don't have a real good map of this building, but what I understand is the second floor library is essentially where you want to go, and that shouldn't be too tough to find. Do I try to open? I hear one beating on a door, but I don't know where it is. Yeah, this looks like the library. I want to kill this one. I want to kill this one. So I think, is that the door? Is that a door I can't use? I should have probably grabbed a backup melee weapon here. Okay. Well, guys, this is. Let's close those. I don't see much in here. I still hear one somewhere, but I don't see any zombies in here. Let's try to clear the room, because this could be a little dicey here. Guys, I think we're. I hear one. I hear some over there. Are they on that door? Ah, it's so hard to see, man. And maybe I need a better flashlight. Okay, they're not on this door. So let's try to. I think we're pretty solid here. Okay. First ones we need. I don't need. I think I'm good on electrical books. I did want fishing 3 is what I need. Animal care. I'm going to check these off the list as we go. Animal care 5. Need it. Or no, that's animal care 4. Damn it. Okay, so I still need animal care 5. Uh, we're fine there. Carpentry 4. Need it. Got it. The biggest one I need is carpentry 3. Blacksmithing 5. Should I grab it? Yes. I have blacksmithing 5. Um, let's skip the tracking for now. Let's keep moving on to higher level stuff. I want to grab the highest level stuff first. And when you talk about high level, you don't get much more high level than baking chocolate chip cookies. Grandma's grandma's recipe for chocolate chip cookies. That's like S tier. So make snare trap. I thought I had this one. Let me at a minimum. Let me read it. And then I'm going to do. It shouldn't take long yet. Let me do a word search too. They're still beating on a door. I could grab, I'm not going to grab stuff like that right now. Looking for the real maps would be big right now. or really any magazines I don't like high level magazines I don't have will be big. Sometimes I will grab the. I'm gonna do some more of these word searches, trying to calm him down. Maybe I should even read a. Here, let's read this because it's a junk book that I don't care about. There we go. Let's do that one more time. Don't cover girls. All right, that calmed him down quite a bit there. So what else do we need? Agriculture 4? Yes, need it. I do have a list. Don't please. I mean, I am a nerd. It's fine. Don't really need that. Ooh, cabbage rolls. That's a good one. I'll take that magazine. I want to be able to cook decent food too down the road. What was that one? Woolly yarns. It's the same one. Still really looking for the skill books here. And starting to get a little nervous, guys. Maybe did I turn down skill book settings too low? I thought I had them on like default. Maintenance 4. We did need maintenance 4. I really, if I can't find carpentry 3, I'm gonna, please give me carpentry 3. I'm just dying for that book at this point, honestly. That's really the only one I wanted here, to be honest with you. And now he's starting to get weighed down. Shit. Carpentry 2. It's gotta be here, guys. I'm seeing like every other carpentry book. I have like every other carpentry book. Well, yeah. Actually, the only ones I need are 3 and 5 carpentry. Oh my God. If I don't find it here. I mean, to a degree, that's how it goes. You know, you're not guaranteed anything. Oh, this is a really good one. It's also a really good magazine. Guys, it's got to be here. Even if it's okay, even if it's not in the library, that doesn't mean it's not anywhere in the community college, right? It could be in the lockers. Dang it. I really just want to find Carpentry 3 now. I don't care about any of these books at the moment. Carpentry 4. Did I need Mechanics? No. I found Mechanics 3. I already found that one. I mean, the Masonry books I'll need. I have Masonry 1. Let's get Masonry 2. I do want to start on that stuff as well. I have all the mechanics books. Animal Care. I need Animal Care 2. Let's try to get the ones I need right now. Also, which is Carpentry 3. Oh, guys! I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Carpentry 3. Okay. I feel so much better now. You don't know. I mean, I've been looking for that book the whole time. Literally, that's one of the first, among the first groups of books I want. Finally, I need to read it. Do I need Welding 3? Yes, that is also a huge one for me. Masonry 2 I got. What else is big? Did you guys see Reloading or Aiming? You guys might be a little behind. Give me a shout out in the chat if you're watching right now and what you're seeing. Because right now on YouTube, I'm seeing myself back in Ekron or at the house. But in real time, I'm actually at the community college looting books. So I'm hoping that's not all screwed up right now. Anyway, let's get back to he's real overloaded. So let me go drop what I've got because there are still zombies about. So here's what I want to do. Refill his water, drop what I've got. It's real quick to get back to the truck. So I did get the main books that I was coming for already, which is Mechanics 3 and Carpentry 3. I do want to come right back here. They're in here. This is where they are. I'm gonna, at a minimum, I'm gonna let them out and run. Yeah, we're gonna just go and let them out. 'Cause I don't want to fight them right now, but I want to go drop off these books. Yeah, I'm gonna allow them to exit the building easily, maybe, if they follow me. So let's go drop off these books. I got most of the really good ones they need. I still have a list, and I might go through and just circle because I'm probably not going to find all of these, but I want to do one more good run over there to get as many books as I can that I need right now, and also some of the higher level ones that are real hard to find. So here's what we're gonna do is we have, yeah, oh, this is perfect. I've got two backpacks, so what I can do is drop, let's put this backpack in here, and now I'm gonna take all the skill books, or well, some of the skill books, and put them in this backpack. The magazines I will put in the other backpack. And then we'll just go right back there. This is actually a pretty easy looting run if you do it right. And we will kill all these zombies eventually. The eventual goal is to clear the entire map, but you can never get too far ahead of yourself on something like that. We have so many goals before that would ever happen that kind of pointless to even talk about that kind of thing at this point. But we will clear. You see, we made some good progress here on the zombies. They don't respawn; they just migrate. So they just have heavy migration and higher grouping. So they will tend to basically move into empty cells and form groups of about, groups of about 2 dozen. But I think I also kind of made it so the groups are a little more dispersed, So it'll be a group of 25, but they'll take up like, yeah. Give me a shout on YouTube if you're watching right now. It tells me it's live and in excellent condition, but it seems pretty delayed. I will. I think I'm going to reset everything here in a little bit. I don't mind a short 2 hour stream, and then what I'm going to try to do is finish up at the community college here, so that at a minimum, maybe we could just do another stream. There's one here somewhere. There they are. At a minimum, maybe we could just do another stream and go someplace else in Ekron, or we'll see. We'll see. There is a. Oh shit! My weapon just broke, and fuck. I guess I'm on to. Hold on. I'm gonna dance around these guys a little bit. I guess I'm gonna have to use my claw hammer to beat these guys down. I should have grabbed another melee weapon when I went back to the truck. But in theory, well, there's one more. You know what? Here, let's rather than rather than fight all these guys with the claw hammer, let's just run back home. We've got one on the door here. Let's hit him with the hammer, and then the truck is real close. So I should have done this. I have a golf club in there that I want to kind of use, so pretty sure you can't repair a golf club, so I should just use that thing. It's a good weapon for the moment. Better than my claw hammer. So we'll just run back here, grab that golf club, let him rest. I might even let's grab the golf club and the nightstick. Pretty sure I brought a spare nightstick also, and that will clear those out of here. We're gonna attach this to back, grab the nightstick. We'll go like this. We'll let them rest. All right. I think we'll probably just go with the nightstick first. I like to keep my long blunt leveled up higher at my highest. Short blunt should be not too far behind. So we could probably level up my short blunt while also using up this nightstick here. So we'll do that. We'll let them rest a little bit. We'll go right back there, and I'd say the biggest books that I would love to walk out of there with at this point, I'd say Aiming 2 is a really important one. I'd say Animal Care 3 and 5 are also very important to my playthrough. I'd say Blacksmithing 2 is very important. Carpentry 5, if I can find that. I don't think I saw Carpentry 5, did I? First Aid 3, probably not super important. Fishing 5, I can find. I mean, if I see it, I'll grab it, but I'm trying to just hit the ones I can definitely carry back in one more trip. Foraging 4, foraging levels pretty quickly. Maintenance 5 is a pretty important one for me. Masonry 3 would be good. Reloading 2 and 4 would be huge. Tracking 2, do I need to track animals? Not so much, not so much. I would get it if I can carry it, but again. Okay, so I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 8 books circled that I really, really want. I can carry a lot more than 8. Here, he's getting the awful odor here, so now that he's rested, let's run right back there. Those are the 8 most important books I'm looking for. Oh, I should have looked at tailoring. Do I have any? I don't know if I have any tailoring books. Where's my tailoring level at? That's another one I'd like to do, not like super, super important. Oh, I could also use just tailoring 1 and 2 are big, actually. So we'll call that our top 10 books we're looking for. We'll throw tailoring 1 and 2 in there because I'm pretty sure I don't have any of those. So, oops, getting a little off track here. All right, we're doing really good. This was a good idea. This was, let's keep those open for now. This was a place that I'd been thinking about going for a long time. I tried because I didn't really want to like dive deep into Ekron, but I knew I needed books. Where are these guys at? There's 2 up here somewhere. There they are. I think I hear a couple more. I didn't really want to dive deep into Ekron because there's a ton of zombies once you get up by the what is it, like a train? It's a train station, isn't it? Where are these guys at? I don't want to. Oh, here they come. I don't want to attract a bunch of them here. Come on, dude. Killing me with that stuff. There we go. Wish I could eliminate that. I've tried changing a lot of settings. It's not even raining or foggy or anything, so and I still get that. See, I hate that when you're doing melee. It can really screw you up. Let's do one more. Try and just kill the ones that are. Why am I getting so much of that? All right, you know what? Let's get this taken care of here. I know there's still a ton of zombies like to the west, and that's probably part of what's going on here. So, jeez, look at this. Why is it? So we're still just basically looking, for. Oh, that's a really good magazine, and this is actually a really good one too. So let's grab those. Some specific books we're looking for. So I see blacksmithing. I need blacksmithing 2 is what I want. Glass making, I don't want to grab yet. Maintenance, no. Masonry, I needed 3. I do need 4 and 5 masonry also, so let's grab this 4. Welding, I have 3. Trapping, eh. Um, I already have that one. You know what? I don't know. I don't know that I have that one. You can make a glass jar. Italian delights. I don't think I have the pizza one. Guys, really good magazine selection here. Small scale smithing. Pretty sure I've read most of the ones I have, so let's just grab. It's one good way to do it. Just read the ones you have, and then you can see the check marks. Carpentry. I need carpentry 5. You know, I probably need some butchering books, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Masonry. Oh, I needed masonry 3 right here. Beautiful. So let's check masonry 3 off the list. Okay, let's keep going on this. Uh, any of these? Fishing 5 I do need. You know what? I like to be a good fisherman, so let's grab fishing 5 since it's here. Those 5s can be pretty hard to find sometimes. Mechanics I'm good on. Maintenance I only need 5. Pottery I'll grab later. I don't want to mess with pottery yet. Now, butchering I must not have. Yeah, I kind of need at least basic butchering, I think. We'll just grab 1 for now. So we have butchering 1. I want to get some of these other higher or more important ones first. I should be able to grab, the butchering books later. Oh, carving, that's another one. Hmm. Well, we'll leave some behind. I don't even have, I don't think, carving 1 or 2 yet, so I don't have a problem stopping back here later. Yeah, I haven't even found it. I do want to look for carving 1 and 2 if I can find those. Would be more important than carving 4 at this point. So I'm gonna say I've seen a few copies of Carpentry 4, but I can't find Carpentry 5. I know I've looked through some of these shelves multiple times at this point, but we're getting there. Bladecraft. I have not read it. I kind of feel like I already grabbed this one, even though it's a really good one. This is also a good one that I don't think I have. The Smoke Bomb Mag. This one I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure I grabbed it and read it. I probably need some of these electrical books, but I don't usually level up electrical beyond level 3. Welding, I only need 4 and 5. Hmm. Grab that one. Sword blade, spearhead. You know what, I'm gonna read it. Well, let's just grab a copy. Let's just grab a copy of it. Let's read it and put it in here. I don't know for sure that I have one of these, so we'll grab it and keep moving on to the skill books because there's another copy of Carpentry 3, which I was looking for. Cooking, I'm not too worried about. Pottery 5. Yeah, we'll keep, I mean, I'm not to the high level skills on some of these other skills that I'm not going to focus on anyway, so I'll keep some of those books behind and just remember, hey, I could stop back here for some more high level like pottery or glass making, stuff like that, if I want them later on. Those are things that I wouldn't mind doing later on, but I can also find those books other places. I might not even get to it. Yada, yada, yada. So let's keep looking for some of these other specific ones that I know I need. Hmm. Fishing I'm good on. Maintenance 4, I have not seeing a lot of the level 5 books, which is some of the ones I'm looking for. Most of the ones I'm looking for now are 4s and 5s. Oh, there's one right there. Inappropriate, sir. Yes, the library is open, but that is no way to try and enter the library. You are permabanned. Come on. Dude, what is with this lag right here? All right, I probably need electrical 3, and I probably need the cooking. I already grabbed that. Part of me just wants to grab any level 5 books, but I want to say I grabbed this one. Dang it. Whatever. We can make a list of those later once we whittle it down a little bit more. Animal Care 4. Don't need it. Don't really desperately need any of those. Ooh, this is a big one. I should just have that one. And then I could have sworn I grabbed this one too, but maybe I didn't read it yet. It's fine. We'll leave some behind. I don't really have, honestly, the carry weight to carry. I'm still looking. I don't know if we're gonna find most of these skill books I was still looking for. These are big ones. I want to definitely get them read. And then when I get home, I want to make sure to go through because I'm kind of feeling like I've got a bunch of magazines either at home that I haven't read yet. I can't find Carpentry 5, which sucks. That would probably be the other biggest one. Oh, did you guys see Tailoring 1 and 2? I didn't see any tailoring books. I don't think. Which is a little weird. Did I hit all of these? I think I did. Well, you know what? I think we hit a lot of this. Let's look through. And he's getting pretty. He's carrying quite a bit. I think I've been through all of this. We may be able to find some of these other books in the lockers or maybe in the classrooms too. So well, first, hold on here. let me just check in here. So with electrical, we're level 2. We have read this book, and we're real close to level 3. So let's actually hold on. Is that a ham radio? I'm going to disassemble this computer because it's a library, and who needs a computer in a library these days? In 1993, in Apocalypse, Kentucky, in 1993, do we really need this computer anymore? No, we do not. Also, the clock. There's most likely a clock in here. I want to try to hit a level 3 electrical. And I don't like to sit and just grind these things out like some kind of weirdo. So I try to do these sort of, hey, here's a high level thing. Those computers usually give you quite a bit. How far did that get us? Oh, dang it. Electrical. So he's at 134.5. Is this a ham radio? Premium Technologies radio. Don't need it. Don't need it. Nobody needs a radio in the library. Is this a blue lamp with a light bulb in it? I might take that lamp too. And I don't see a clock in here. But if I do, I'm going to take that. And a lot of these, the nice thing is a lot of this stuff you end up getting, we'll see what we get. I didn't get anything from the computer. Normally you get like some wire or something. We'll probably get, oh, I don't know if I got anything from that either. It's fine. It's fine. Try to get his weight down a little bit here. I think I hear one on a door. Let me just double check these doors real quick. Not sure where that one is. I'll probably go check a couple classrooms, the lockers real quick around here where I've got it cleared. I just want to keep a close eye on his weight right now. Oh, let's use actually, where did I put that nightstick? I'm going to use the nightstick as my main weapon here. And multi-tool goes in there. All right. So he's overloaded. He can carry just a little bit more. I don't know if I saw a clock in here actually. Let's remove. I like these blue light bulbs. I use them in my bedroom upstairs for some cool lighting. Does that come? Oh, it comes brand new. I've noticed often when you do that, you just pull the light bulb out. It'll come out in perfect condition, which is awesome. We're just going to take this one since it sort of matches. There was one missing here already. And this should give us, let's see what this gives us with the bonus. I've got it at, obviously I have a little bit different. You can always change these settings a little bit. Mine goes to 5x when I read the book. So you can see my multiplier is 5. I kind of like it right there. I think that means, what did I set it at? I actually set it at like 2 or 2.5, I think. Somewhere in there. Or no, it was 2 or less is what I set it at. But that results in a multiplier of 5, the way I've got this all set. Anyway, he's got 172. Didn't get any material out of that. I'd be surprised if there's no clock in here, but I guess it is a library. Oh, are they on this door? I think they're on this door right here. But I don't see it moving, so it might be like the hallway door right there. Okay. let's get out of here. Check some lockers real quick here. There's let's try to bust the. Well, no, let's not do that. I was gonna try to say let's bust out the electrical here, but I'm still looking for books and specialty communities college stuff. Sometimes the good books can be in a backpack or even a satchel. Let's see what this looks like just a comic book, but let's see what it is. Yeah. Soldier Man number 13. Who cares? Just looking for high level skill books that I might need, or I could do a little more electrical here, but it's not really my focus. Some food there, comic book in there. This is another good place to come to get a good diverse. You can get some backpacks, some fanny packs, things like that. You can get food. There's food, water here, all kinds of different stuff. You're not gonna find things like, you know, farm supplies, boxes of nails, things like that here, but obviously. But I found some weird things at schools too. Like I'm pretty sure I found guns in kids' lockers at school, things like that. Not that that's weird. I mean, I guess it's weird. What I'm really looking for is just the skill books, though. So let's maybe try to find a classroom. Ooh, this got busted in. What's this? I shouldn't do that when I'm in sneak. Some books in here. Well, I could either go in. I hear one. I hear one and I'm lagging now. Damn it. Where is he? Oh, I hate those. I hate those tight spots. There he is. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's a she. Oh, did I just stab him with my multi-knife? I thought I equipped my... Dang it. I thought I equipped my nightstick. Alright. Well, I've now used the multi-knife as a weapon. First time. That could have been a bad scene. Alright, alright. Getting some lag down here, so let's try to... shit. Hey, hey, where are you going? Can you go down, please? I hate that when you hear them. It's a tight spot like that. Ah, and then I'm getting this damn lag. Come on, man. It's not running real great for me this morning, and I don't know why. That's not the room I wanted to get into, though. It was this room. Alright, he's getting real tired. Oh, this is like a break room. I was hoping this was more like a library. Here, let me close that door and let him sit for a minute. Sit on the damn couch, dude. There's a bunch of them. And I can't get in there. So whatever. Shit. You gotta sit, dude. This is kind of dangerous because they could sneak up behind me. Oh, there's one at the door already? Shit. Well, I can go out. Damn it. Here, here. You know what I need to do right now is clear one of these. Let's go clear these. I think there's a couple on this door. Ah, movement sometimes, man. All right, I kind of want to get out of here because he's getting tired. He's pretty overloaded. So this was more like a break room. I was hoping to. I might want to just go unload what I have here. It's really actually lagging quite a bit for me right now, and yeah, let me go back to my car. I might want to kind of restart the whole stream here, or I don't know why I'm getting so much lag here. There's not that many zombies, but he's real tired, overloaded. Let me get him back to the truck, drop off some stuff, and that's. Oh boy, he's really not moving well. I think some of that is lag, just like pausing his momentum. So let's get him back to the truck, get some shit off of him. I think I'm gonna probably end stream and restart my computer and all that and do a little check through. I don't know what's going on this morning. It's been kind of running shitty, so let's maybe just give it a little break. I can check. Well, now we won't eat anymore. I can check my settings again, but for the most part, I think it's. I don't know, man. I don't want to like it's not the rain and the fog, so I don't want to change the rain and the fog because you can see I'm getting it here. Is that a set of keys? Yeah. You can see I'm getting the lag right here. I think it's probably has more to do with my Wi-Fi than anything. I don't know. I honestly don't know right now. The first time I switched my network and it improved a lot, but I'm still getting some of the same shit here. So let's try to change some things up. Maybe who knows? Maybe Windows needs an update even. So I've seen things like that happen where I'll shut down the stream and it's like, oh, Windows needs to update or something. So let me see if it's something like that going on. At this point, it could be Windows or OBS or Google Chrome or who knows, or YouTube itself. Or did I say YouTube? I don't know. Let's for now. Let's just get these damn books out of my bag because they're slowing me down, and that's really not helping when I'm going through these lags. So I got a lot of good magazines. So I would say, if anything, I should dial back the magazines and boost up the skill books because I am not. Or probably keep the skill books where they are, but dial back the magazines. Those magazines should be a little more rare than that. You can see I walked out of there with, well, it's just these, but I walked out of there with some pretty good magazines right there. I guess that wasn't so crazy. I mean, a dozen high level magazines. There was more there, but these were like the really, really good ones. Anyway, you can see we got, yeah, you saw what we got. Um, got some good masonry. I didn't get carpentry 5. It's fine. It's fine. We got some really good ones. We got some. Didn't get the aiming reloading books, but that's not surprising at a community college. Blacksmithing, we could have gotten more of those, but it's fine. We can always go back. The biggest one was carpentry 3, and then mechanics 3 was the next one. So I'm reasonably happy with that as a trip to the community college. Not, I would have liked to have had this run a little smoother, but I'll tell you what, since let me double check his carry weight. The nice thing is we didn't even have to use my M9 at all. That was all melee. So let's get him inside out of the bodies and into this nice safe laundry room. So there's probably a room upstairs that would be even safer. And it would be, well, this one's got a body in it. It's kind of a small upstairs, actually. Let's just, I guess let's just chill in the bathroom where I have water. Let's fill this. And then I think I'm going to end. It's been running kind of like shit this morning, so I'm going to go back through, probably restart Windows, all that, do some updates, make sure all my ducks are in a row. And but we pretty much did the community college. I did want to do a little more there, but we're still in Ekron, so in theory we could do a little more in Ekron. We still have all my ammo that I brought with. Um, I could dip back to the community college. We could also. Oh, sorry, a little morning stretch here. I could also run over to. Let's just check in real quick. Let's try to keep our skills up on this. So I can switch over to this for you. Hold on. Yeah, it's all good. What we want to do is probably go to. Yeah, see, I don't really want to cross this line. This is the broken train, and let me show you what I mean. One suggestion I want to make: please change this to Ekron Community College. See where it says you. I want to volunteer. I want to volunteer just to change this right here. This is very misleading. This is not a community center. That's not what it is. It's a much bigger draw. Well, for better or worse, it would be a much bigger draw and it would be much more accurate and tell people what's going on here. Like there's an amazing library on the second floor. And I've looked at this before and said, like, community center. I don't want to, like, what do I need at a community center? What is there, like tennis courts and a basketball court and maybe just clothing, or you know what I mean? But no, if you say no, this is Ekron Community College. Well, Jesus, there's probably tons of freaking books here and magazines and backpacks and fanny packs, and it's a school. It's literally one of the biggest schools on the map. So honestly, like, there's probably a couple schools in Louisville that are much bigger, but outside of Louisville, this could be one of the biggest schools on the map. Anyway, and it should be noted as such because it's a great place to come for books. Anyway, let's get back out of that and finish up. I think we're going to end stream. Sorry about the low quality today. Like I said, I'm going to jump in and check everything and see why I was running so poorly. It's funny because I keep dialing. I had just changed some settings, thinking, oh, that should run a little bit better like this. And then you have a day where it just runs like crap, and you're like, wow, all right, well, I don't think I should change those settings back. Those were definitely improvements. Hey, I did find books. Oh, sorry, I guess I didn't check your. I think you just dropped those comments. I did find books. Let me show you the books I found real quick, just to summarize this, because I think we're gonna. I'm still in Ekron, but I was kind of having some issues here, so I'm gonna kind of. I think we're good at the community college. I can go back there. I did find the two biggest books I was looking for were these two right here, Carpentry 3 and well, where'd Mechanics 3 go? Mechanics 3 is in here somewhere. Here it is. So these are all the books I found, and then yeah, I got a ton, some real good, mostly threes, fours, and fives, but I got like Butchering 1. That's kind of a crucial one for early game. And then I also found these are all the magazines I got. Some really good ones. Medieval Armor. So like this one, Forge Axe Head. That's a really good one. Uh, Sword Blade. Here's the one for smoke bombs and recharging the gas mask filters. So some really good magazines, some cooking ones. Yeah, did good. I've been having some issues with the quality still, so I think I'm gonna end stream. I'll probably come back because I don't actually have work today, guys, and it's 8 a.m. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna go get some more coffee and maybe a little breakfast. I do need to pick up a check today. So tell you what, I might do all of that and go get my check and whatnot. Um, and then come back. We could hit. What do you think? Hey, I'm not sure if you're here. Are you seeing the stream live? So right now, as I'm speaking, let me test this out. As I'm speaking, I'm standing in my driveway at the house in Ekron. But when I look at the YouTube stream is still showing me back at the community college. But it says live, it says excellent condition. So I'm trying to figure out. But then I look at OBS. Oh shoot, I'm still on the wrong screen here. Sorry about that. Let me jump over here. So I should be on the right screen now. So now on it should catch up in a second here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm live on my OBS stream, which is just the basically the controller for YouTube. It shows me live, but I look over on the YouTube stream, and I think it's a pretty good delay right now. And I'm not sure. Oh, you can see me in my driveway? Oh, perfect, dude. Thank you. You just answered my question. On my YouTube monitor stream, it's showing me back at the college right now. But the college is right over here. It's literally like you can almost see it. It's like right there. It's that literally that block right there. So anyway, what do you think we should do? So I was gonna look at the map. We can hit up I could hit up one or two other things while I'm here in Ekron, but I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna take a break for a couple of hours and then come back and probably do like either a late morning or an early afternoon stream, and we could hit some more stuff in Ekron. I don't really need to go to the fire department. Let me sit in the house for a second. Let's pull up the map again since you're here. What I wasn't sure if you guys could see me live and everything, so I didn't. But let's look at this real quick because I want to plan. I do want to come back. I don't know that I'm going to have a scheduled stream, but I should be back. Whatever. I'm not. I'm really not worried about my viewer count right now, or I wouldn't. If you guys want to catch me, I'd love to let you know when I'll be back on. But I do like to be service oriented like that. But let's look at the map real quick. Let's pull this back up. So, Project Zomboid map. We're gonna pull it over here. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna go. We're gonna split you over here. All right. Let's look at this map together because what do I want to do here? Oops, that's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do. That's full screen. So yeah, now you should be seeing the B42 map. This is just the map online. You can see B42 map. This is the one I use. Little suggestion. I want to volunteer for him and change this to say Ekron Community College because that's what this is. This is not a community center. The library, one of the best libraries in the game, is on the second floor right here. And this should say Ekron Community College because if I honestly looked at this at first and said community center, I don't want to go there. But if you had told me that was Ekron Community College, I would have gone there a long time ago. To be honest, a friend of mine told me about it, and I was like, honestly, when he said it, he was like, "Yeah, I almost always go to Ekron Community College first thing because they have great books." And he likes to live out west, so he hits this real early. And I said, "Ekron Community College? Do you mean the community center in Ekron?" And he was kind of like, I almost even heard it was kind of like, yeah, yeah, that place. But he told me he was flat out like they have great books. That's where you want to go. He was a good friend. He used to give me good tips. Um, yeah, I haven't played with him in a while. I shout out to Luke if I if you happen to be watching. I enjoyed playing with you, and I haven't played with you in a while. Um, anyway, you should be seeing me here. What I Let me check in. You can show second floor on map. How do you show the second floor? Oh, actually, I didn't even. Oh, look at this right here. Ground floor, floor two. That easy. Dude, I did not even know that. Are you kidding me? Hold on. I got to make sure I'm still listening. So hold on. Where are we now? This is the. Here we go. But where's the library? Now I'm confused. I thought this was, hold on, floor two, floor one. Oh, floor one. I see. I mean, they should, it's another suggestion I would make. This shouldn't be called floor one. I mean, I guess you want to say, because they have sometimes a basement. Oh, there's a basement. Holy sh. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Well, this is cool. This is a really cool tool. I'm glad to show it. So this is your library. You can see this is a community college library, though. This is not a community center, guys. This is, I hate to give out secrets, but guys, I like to share with the community. If you're ever wondering, this is not a community center. It's Ekron Community College, and it has a great library. So, real good place to come for good skill books. Let's get you back to the live game here. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, let me check back in on chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw it's weird how they call it ground floor and then floor one. I was looking for the second floor, but it's called floor one, strangely enough. Oh, I should have closed these curtains probably. Anyway, so we were gonna look, but basically there's a metal shop, there's the fire station. I don't think there's a lot else on this side of the. Here's the fire station. There's a lake. There's a couple lakes, some houses. So we could just kind of hit houses and maybe the metal shop is what I'm thinking. Because I could use things like steel sheets still, maybe some iron pipe for pipe bombs, things like that. Maybe some more. I think I only have one welder mask, and I'd like to have two or three. Natevsky says, "Is Ekron Community College because in-game?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you're. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that. I had a friend point it out. I had looked on that map before and said, "Oh, what's this is a community center. Okay, well they don't have much in Ekron. I guess they just have a little community center." And I didn't look real close at that. Later on, a friend was just talking to me, and he was like, "Yeah, I like to go to the Ekron Community College and get books early game." And I was like, "Ekron Community College?" And he was, I think he just said the community college in Ekron, real like offhand. And I was like, I kind of asked him about it, and dude, that's a really good place. That's the first time I've ever actually looted it, and I found some real good. And now I didn't find them all. I'm still looking for a lot of level five books and quite a few level four books, but we'll get there. I did find a lot of my level two and three books. I got the carpentry three, mechanics three. We can progress on a lot of things. I got welding three. Um, I have masonry two. I think I have masonry one, two, and three now. I have maintenance all the way up through four. So we're in really good shape on all of that stuff. I could have taken some more blacksmithing books, but honestly, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know how to do blacksmithing yet. We'll get to that later. I think I have blacksmithing one, so we can at least get a start on it. Um, yeah, I could still use animal care three. That's kind of a big one. Anyway, I think we're gonna end stream. The quality's been a little poor. I'm hoping it'll be better if I come back. I'm not sure what the issue's been. It's been running better since I did switch to my other network, and it has been running better, but I'm still getting a lot of lag when I go into the community center around all the zombies. Let's check in though. My guy, let's check in before I go. My guy is killing it. I have not died yet, guys. His weight's pretty good. I got to turn that arrow around when I come back, but dudes, I'm almost at a month and 1,000 kills. That's actually kind of about where I usually end up. Is around 1,000 kills by the time he's a month old. That's a very common trend for me. is if I'm that's kind of a number I go by is if I'm way under 1,000, then it's just it's not necessarily a problem, but it kind of tells me something about my playthrough. If I'm way and I've been way over 1,000, I've been way under 1,000 at this point, but typically this is about where I end up is around 1,000 kills at the 30-day mark. I've found what is that? I mean, that's around it's over 30 kills per day, right? I'm pretty sure that's over 30 per day. Let's call a month 30 days. So 988 divided by we'll call it 27 days. So I'm getting about 36 kills per day. That's pretty good for me. It's a little bit on the higher end, but nothing crazy. That's about right. It's about what I would expect and about what I don't want it to be too low. Later, it'll climb higher once I go to a place like, once I go mess up Irvington Speedway or I really mess up Ekron or Irvington or Brandenburg, those numbers will climb up a little bit higher, but typically I operate around 30 to, well, 20 to 40, I'd say is kind of my average, right in that range. If I'm over or under that amount, it's then something weird is happening or it's kind of an odd playthrough for some reason, which is sometimes fine. I'll play however. Sometimes you might find a server that's really chill and there's not a lot of zombies, or you'll find one that just have a maybe I want to play like on insane apocalypse settings occasionally, you know. And I will do that. I want to diversify. This isn't going to be the entirety of my streaming, but I wanted to get a good foothold on this run. Down the road, I'm open. Feel free to make suggestions. If there's certain things you'd like to see me do, I'm open to playing multiplayer. I'm open to doing another solo run of a different variety, maybe a different character. Let me know what you guys are interested in because I want this to be about the community and about the viewers too. This isn't when I'm streaming, it's not all about what I want to do. Um, to some degree it is, but if I really just wanted to do what I want to do, I would just play a solo campaign. But I also want to do it. I don't want to just do it by myself in a dark room. You know what I mean? So I figured let's stream, but I want it to be about what you guys want too. I don't want to just always veto what you have in mind or always veto what you'd rather see. I don't want to allow you guys to murder me, especially on this character, because this is specifically, I'm not going to do a chaos run with this character. I would do the chaos mod on a different run. I would have to create a different character though. I'm not going to let you guys murder this whole scenario here with a chaos mod. But I'm not opposed to running the chaos mod. I would just have to create maybe, well, we could do that a lot of different ways. I could go on I mean, I could probably just do a standard solo player or a single player run and run the chaos mod and you guys could have at it. Or but that's not something I'm focused on. I'd rather do chill stuff, but another thing, we could do all kinds of different things. I can do some crazy stuff. We can jump into a multiplayer server and just maybe a random one that I've never joined and just see what it's like. I don't know. I could try to talk to the admins or something. Typically, I don't think that's too big of a deal unless you're uh, blatantly broadcasting the name of the server and all that. I feel like they welcome people to come and play it. We can take we can take this wall clock real quick. Before I go, since I'm still blabbering, and there's two people here, I believe. Let me go take down this wall clock. But yeah, let me know. I'd love maybe some suggestions. That's a square wall clock. All right, we're taking it down. I don't know if I've ever noticed an actual square wall clock. I'm trying to get to electrical 3, and we're real close. I don't want to take a lot of the useful electrical stuff, but whenever I see a wall clock, I'm like, dude, first of all, I have a digital watch. None of these houses need a wall clock, so if I see them, I'm taking them. And we're using that. All I really typically do is hit electrical 3, and I'm pretty good on electrical. Later down the road, I want to do more. I would love to get all of these or not necessarily maxed, but get them all to a high level where I can do, because I know, did he drop? Oh, he did drop scrap electronics. You son of a bitch. I'm gonna grab that because down the road, I know you can do some pretty high level stuff with electrical and bombs. And I want to do bombing. Dudes, dudes, we're getting set up for bombs here. I hope you guys like bombs. I can pretty much make all the bombs now, and I have all of that turned on. So I can make aerosol bombs, which are super OP. I can make pipe bombs, and I can also make smoke bombs, fire bombs, and they all work. They all work here. So we're definitely going to have some fun with bombs later. And we'll see. I think, still bump up the population and have it take effect. Natevsky says, "Oh yeah, I started clearing Phallus Lake in my small town life run. You never use bombs, dude. I want to show you the. Have you ever used aerosol bombs? For the first time, I have it set. I've played on multiplayer servers before, but they never turn fire. One thing about multiplayer servers is they almost always turn fire off. At a minimum, they're going to turn fire spread off. Often they'll turn everything off when it comes to fire. You know what? Let's sit upstairs because he can sleep upstairs. So let's sit him down upstairs, and he'll be able to sleep in one of these rooms. This one. So but yeah. So I'm gonna use bombs a lot on this run. I don't like using the car trick so much to run them over. I'd rather use bombs, and I want to do a high level bombing run where I want to for the first time use like remote controllers on the bombs. I want to use the smoke bombs as a uh, a way to draw them in, and then use the pipe bombs and the aerosol bombs to blow the shit out of them. Just wait, if you haven't seen aerosol bombs, you guys are gonna love them. They the aerosol bombs will both, so they have basically the effect of both a pipe bomb and a fire bomb because they'll have the concussion where they kill on impact, and then they also will light anything on fire that they come into contact with that isn't killed. So if you have, I'm pretty sure now, it's been a while since I actually had one work correctly, but if I remember right, if you have your settings right, it'll basically kill a big circle like a pipe bomb will, and then the ones on the outskirts will be lit on fire. And so with an aerosol bomb, you get boom, you can kill like 30 or 40 of them with the concussion, and then whatever they didn't kill will light on fire around the perimeter. And now you got to be careful with fire because I also have fire spread on. So any buildings that catch fire will catch fire in theory. So I need to be really careful with that and only do it in areas where it's not going to catch buildings on fire in general. There might be a building I want to burn down, and it could come in handy there too. But anyway, I'm gonna experiment with aerosol bombs and pipe bombs a lot. I want to use the remote controls. The problem is you need a trigger for a lot of the higher level stuff, and you need like high level skills to do a lot of this. So I need a deep run. But yes, down the road, let me know what else you guys want to do on different days. I can pick a day where like we do mods, or I can pick a day where we do multiplayer only. We could do modded multiplayer. We could do vanilla multiplayer. We could do PvP. We could do a PvP day where I go into. I do have one PvP server that I've played on in the past. If it's still around, it's been a while since I did the multiplayer runs, but I'm having too much fun over here right now. But I feel free, or I feel like I want to offer you guys maybe a different day where I do something else at this point because I know I've got a few regular like Natevsky's a, and hey, I appreciate it, man. Big shout out to Natevsky. He's been here many times. In fact, I want to start a list of some of my frequent viewers. I should do that. I'm gonna just do that right now since it's kind of an important thing because I don't want to forget the names of the people who are here a lot, and Natevsky is one of them. So while I'm thinking of it on stream, I'm gonna. Is that what you would want to see, an extinction run? Would that be the biggest thing? I'm down to do something. Would you would you want to see an extinction single player or extinction multiplayer? Would be my first question. So we're gonna put Natevsky on my list of frequent flyers. Oh, I gotta make sure to get the capitalization right and everything. There could be another Natevsky that capitalizes his name. So we've got Natevsky. He likes extinction runs. I'm going to write down what you would want to see. How about that? Is that the biggest thing? Tell me specifically, though, because I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Would you want to see an extinction run on multiplayer? Because, well, it would probably have to be an extinction run on single player. I could find an extinction multiplayer server. It would just be kind of hit and miss. But tell me if you have any other thoughts on the extinction run idea. But here's what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to roll for now because I'm kind of a new streamer and I want to listen to you guys as much as I talk because I know, yeah, you're thinking it would almost have to be a single player run. What I could do is just set up another server for an extinction run because I know a lot of people are going to want to see that. You're not alone there, I wouldn't say. I think a lot of people who are watching YouTube videos want to see the high population survival. They want to see you die. They want to see you fail. They want to see ultimate zombie population and fighting all the time. And that it's fun to play like that. It's just so hard to get a deep run going for me. Now, if I could, I'll have to check in with you. There would be some things I would want to give myself some advantages, because how do you feel first? Well, let me ask you this next. How would you feel about sprinters on a run like that? I wouldn't have a problem doing what is extinction? Hold on. I can't pull it up right now, but what is extinction? It has sprinters, right? I want to say extinction is like, isn't it 5% sprinters? Is that what you'd I'm trying to remember now what the default extinction because yeah, I think it's 5% sprinters. So you're talking the actual default extinction single player run, correct? That's kind of how we have to run that. I could do that on like what would be a good day for that? You're talking single player extinction, sprinters by default. We'll keep it on. I would probably just, if you want to see that, I'd probably just keep it on default sprinters, but I'd maybe want to try to look for some kind of an advantage somewhere to the stream. Gosh, I'm going to mess up their names though if I try to shout them out. There was one dude who was like, oh, I'm going to mess them all up. I can remember parts of their name, but I'm not going to quite get them right. So I'll find them later. And I'll just start making a list of my top viewers and what they want to see on like a daily or a weekly stream. How about we'll do that? We'll do that. We'll try to set it up, Natevsky. I'll get something going for you. Maybe we'll do like a. That's what I'm thinking is I could do like a Extinction Saturday or Sprinter Saturday or something like that. Something where yeah, I don't know. And I don't know if we'd have like a scheduled stream every week necessarily, but I could do that eventually. But we'll look at it. But think of some more ideas. Feel free to shoot some more out. I would like to do some stuff like that. This was the first run I wanted to get into because this is the type of playthrough I haven't been able to do, doing multiplayer runs. And I know, like I said, I know a lot of you guys are going to want to see more zombies probably and more. But the nice thing about this run is I'm going to be able to get deep into all of this crafting. I'm going to be able to build a forge. I'm going to be able to collect all this stuff and do real deep crafting runs and show you how that stuff works. and then I can also do some other. I can do the opposite end on it. I'll just have to look at the best way to do it. I think I'd probably have to just have another server running with completely different settings. Basically, the complete, and maybe that's a good way to start my streaming. I like that in Natevsky because what that means is I'm going to have this run that's designed to do one end of the spectrum that's like a long crafting deep run. On the other end of the spectrum, I'm going to have the other server that'll be like extreme extinction, 5% sprinters, survive if you can kind of extreme run. And this will be more like a chill, and that'll be a good way to sort of do a little something for different audiences is all I'm trying to say. And also a little bit different for me too, I guess. It'll be nice to kind of do it on a weekly kind of thing where I can do playing on both styles, and it won't be so much burnout. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, guys, that was good. I like it. I like collaboration and cooperation. So it's good to have people here who like can communicate real time, and I love that kind of thing where it's like, well, shit, I don't know. Don't just let me talk the whole time, you know. Don't just let me make all the decisions when it's it is a community. It is this isn't just my thing here. You guys, a stream is nothing without well, the streams can be videos, so there can be viewers later. But like I said, a stream is nothing if no one's ever going to watch it. That's the point is not to just be doing all of this by myself forever. So anyway, I know I don't have many viewers now, but guys, guys, we're hitting a good groove. We're hitting a real good groove. I'm gonna go pick up a check and do some Friday stuff in real life. I will be back. Thank you guys so much. I really do mean that. Love the whole community. I love Zomboid. I'm having a great time playing it, and I'm figuring out a lot of the glitches and things. So much love. Peace in, peace out. I will be back later today, I promise, to do some more stuff, probably some more stuff in Ekron before we go. But I think we're done at the community college. So happy Friday to y'all. I will see y'all on the flip side and all the other things that I might want to say here. Adios. Oh, cough. And then he coughs. I gotta end stream.